Hi Capricorn, suns, moons, risings, all of my Capricorn loves because you're also Capricorn, sun, and Venus. So this is your Leo new moon video, July 24th, 2025, 2 degrees of Leo and some change, a Taurus degree. So this might make a little more sense to you than just a Leo kind of aspect, since you and Leos really don't have anything in common, at least on paper, honestly. But it's coming from a Capricorn, sun, Venus, that is also a Leo rising. Anyway, this is happening in your 8th house, that house of power struggles, ego, intimacy, shared resources, which could be loans, grants, inheritances, taxes. This is something that is asking you, it's really calling you to set some intentions around being a balance between being flirty and maybe even a little confrontational when it comes to your intimate relationships and who you're sharing money with, but also making sure that those relationships are grounded and stable and secure, right? So I think it's about lots of Eight of Cups in reverse, which is the one that just fell out for you. There is this partnership, this relationship that maybe that you might be in, that might not be fully emotionally supportive. It's always so hard to do, Capricorn, because I know it's going to mean something to me as well as everyone out there that is in this video. So as I'm going through it, I'm just doing it from vibes. I'm just doing it from intuition. But as I'm doing it, it's also like making me think about the things that are going on in my life personally. Anywho, you might be involved in something with someone. This could be a business partnership. It could be an intimate relationship with a partner that might not feel fully supported, and you aren't really ready to walk away from it, which, as much as flack as Capricorns get, they are loyal, dependable, and responsible. They have a hard time of just cutting people off. They'll give you a million different opportunities to get it together. They just don't immediately leave. I mean, maybe they do, but like literally they've been thinking about it for a while. So there's this sense, and with the moon there too, there's something that's there that you're not ready to move away from. And I don't know if that is like an intimate relationship or someone you ready to apply for that loan, or ready to they're not pulling their weight in sharing money and emotional, but this is more like emotional baggage. Maybe they're not being vulnerable. Maybe you're not being vulnerable enough. And the Leo new moon really wants you to embody this Leo characteristic of being vulnerable and fun and playful. And I know the 8th house is not known as the house of being like fun and playful. It's a karmic house. And maybe this is a lesson for you to be a little more vulnerable. And when you are a little more vulnerable, that's when people can support you a little bit better. That's when you can connect to people on a deeper level and feel a little more secure and stable. And I know that can be challenging for a Capricorn, especially just because it can be. Like, let me just be frank. You have Saturn, and let me rewind this. When this sun enters Leo season, it is also in your 8th house, right? So you have the sun in the 8th, moon in the 8th. Moon in the 8th is kind of comfortable. Sun in the 8th is not comfortable at all. But Mercury has already been in the 8th house for a while. So there might be even already some communication, some miscommunication, delayed communication with grants, loans, applications with your partner, just kind of like all over the place. So you are, by the time this new moon happens, you're already probably feeling some type of way. I'm going to say you might have to have some conversations. You might have to have several conversations as this thing is happening. That Thursday, set some intentions, Page of Pentacles in reverse. There's just like this stalemate of the person that you're dealing with. Maybe it's a younger person, maybe it's another earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, that you're dealing with, and they're not coming in with the information that you want them to give you. They're not communicating in the way, and it's definitely not stable. It's definitely not secure. It's definitely not making you the money that you think you want to make. So there is something that is quite off about this relationship. I don't know if this might be you, that you're not being vulnerable, that you're not communicating, you don't want to share your money, you don't want to, and you don't want to lead. You don't want to lead and you don't want to share your money. There is just this ruthless, anxious communication that's going on with this other person. Quite right. Yeah. So many reversals. The call is coming from inside the house. Here's what we have, and I will show them to you. But the Eight of Cups in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse, Judgment card in reverse. You are not saying the things that you need to say. You got to be a little more vulnerable. You got to listen to that inner voice and you got to speak it. You got to say it. I don't know how else we can say this to you. That there is so much built up right now that you are like, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to wait for them to say it, or it just doesn't need to be said and things will work its way out. No. You need to say the things that you need to say. And it might take several conversations for y'all to come to a consensus. The consensus might not be the consensus might not be the ending that you would like it to be, the outcome that you would like it to be. But you can't keep holding this in. This Leo new moon wants you to be your most best self. It wants you to be freely express who you are. It wants you to be vulnerable. This is very unvulnerable. Is that the word I'm looking for? This is very untransformative energy. This Leo new moon wants to help you be a little more vulnerable, a little more fun in this house, a little more sensitive, a little more transformative. And you can't do that if you're not speaking your truth. Okay? You cannot do that if you're not speaking your truth. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you think. I really want to hear from you all. Let me know if it resonates. Let me know if it doesn't resonate. And if where Capricorn is in your chart, it kind of resonates for me just a little bit, which is not so amazing, honestly.